Hey guys, it is Dan here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're back on F1 2018 for round 4 of the season here in Baku, Azerbaijan. Now, I did try recording this before, but it failed in practice 1. I didn't do any programs though, but yeah, so anyway, into this weekend, we did get 2 new upgrades. They're not in the messages, but they were the aerodynamic front wing flap and the chassis. The upgrades we got were the front wing main flap, and we also got the lightweight energy store cells, so they're on the car for this weekend. I've also upped the difficulty to 110, so it's going to be a bit harder. We're currently the 4th worst team in the season. Anyway, let's head into practice 2, do the practice programs, and hopefully we can get some valuable research points from this. So I'm having some trouble in this tire wear test to be able to get in the target lap time, and the tire wear isn't really helping. Like, the bar is up red the whole time. I'm trying my best to try and get it out and to beat the lap time, but doing it together is not very nice. As well, if we can look at the ICE, it's on 67%, so it's not good as well. So that'll probably die mid-race or something. I'm having the same trouble in the ERS management. I'm just not quick enough compared to 110 difficulty on these tests anyway. I just can't do it. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I think it's to do with the parts of the car being quite worn. That's why the car is not as quick as I want it to be. Okay, so I failed 4 of the 5 ones I tried. The track acclimatization, I aced that one. The tire management I failed. Fuel management I did fail, but it just doesn't say. ALS management I failed that, and then the qualifying pace I failed that as well. So I'm just not on the pace this weekend. Maybe it's because of the car parts, I don't know. We're going to head into quali just now, and then maybe, depending on the quali result, we might have to change a bit of the ICE, the internal combustion engine. I don't know. Yeah, it's got 67 laps left, expected lifespan, so we might need to change that. Okay guys, so I think I'm thinking here, I'm just going to change the ICE just now, move on to the second one right now. I'll take a penalty for it. There's no penalty for that action, so I'm just going to take it. I'm going to move to the second ICE on only the 4th weekend of the season. There's going to be a lot of changes like this, I reckon, so this is going to be fun.
The circuit has rubbed in with practice, but this is still going to be a difficult session for our drivers as they fight for pole position. Welcome to qualifying here in Azerbaijan.
Across the line for the first lap here in Q1, and it is a P20 with a 40.5. Coming down towards the line here in qualifying 1 for our only lap. Where is it going to put us? Where are we out of the drop zone? P17. We're out in Q1. I just can't get to grips with the track. So after the problems in practice and the change of the ICE, it doesn't really affect us. We're out in Q1. We were 2/10 out of Pierre Gasly in P15. Ocon went through to Q2. We were 1.1 seconds behind my teammate. And the drivers who went out with me are Brendan Hartley, Lance Stroll, Marcus Ericsson and Sergei Sorokin. So let's head in to the race now, and hopefully we can get a better result than that qualifying session. So Jeff has just reminded me that I can look on the MFD and talk to him and ask for temperature, or see the temperature, sorry. The race forecast is looking, it's mixed conditions, it's rain, heavy rain at first, and it should dry out by the end of the race. So I don't know if that's going to help us, or it's not going to help us from our starting position in P17. So let's head into the race now for round 4 of the 2018 season.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's 3.7 miles around a lap of Baku City Circuit then, with 7 rights and 13 lefts, giving us a total of 20 corners. Watch out for the safety car today. Incidents are already common on this circuit, and the wet conditions will only make things worse, particularly through the incredibly narrow turn 8. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Hülkenberg, Verstappen, Ocon, Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen, Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso and Gasly, Van Dorn, Hartley, McDonald and Lance Stroll, Ericsson and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So here we are on the grid then for round 4, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, starting from P17 on the grid. Was not a good qualifying session. Hopefully the rain will kind of equal me out with the AI, because I'm just struggling at 110, but by Spain I should be fine. I'm not very used to Baku anyway. So the team are just giving me the normal wet tyres to run on. You're going to stay on the normal strategy, stay on the normal fuel load, and let's go in to the race here in Baku. So here we are lining up on the grid behind Hartley, in front of Stroll, waiting for Sirotkin to line up on the grid. We've got not a lot of time to talk, so at the start we've got to watch out for traction and also the spray as he has lined up the grid now. As the lights are now illuminating above us. Got 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for round 4 of the season here in Baku. The spray is already mental as we come towards turn 1. We just need to not hit anybody. Lock up behind Van Dorn. Everyone's going so cautious through turn 1 and probably through turn 2 as well. We're past Hartley and into P16 as into turn 2. They slow down quite quickly. We're up the inside of Stoffel Van Dorn anyway, and up into P15 hopefully. We can move out of hot lap mode now, down the straight. We should be quicker than McLaren anyway. But anyway, down into the braking zone for turn 3. Nothing is happening. So that, or actually Van Dorn's coming around the outside. I've gone down a gear too much, sliding about the place. Van Dorn has passed me, he's hit me. No wing damage is to my car yet. Up the inside goes Brendan Hartley on myself. So the rain is absolutely shocking here. I cannot think of words to describe this rain. Tremendous, but we're behind Van Dorn, coming towards turn 7 now. And then turn 8 towards 11. We're not going to go up the inside of Van Dorn there. We're going to keep it cautious. We're going very, very slowly. But it's for the best. It's through turn 8 now. The tight castle section. Nobody's hit anything, so that's good, good, good. So down the main straight, we're so slow through there. A new strategy option has arisen. Put on lap 1. No, I didn't mean that actually. We're not putting on lap 1. That was stupid. I mean, down the main straight now, we've got Hartley to the outside. We're going to give him a wee squeeze. We're not going to let him go past. Down towards turn 1. We've dropped a bit back from Van Dorn, braking quite early, and we've stayed in P16. So nearly lost it there, just kept it. We're coming into the pits at the end of this lap for a bit of intouch, and my teammates in. We're going to come in anyway. Screw it, we're coming into the pits. I don't know where the line is, but there we go, there's the line. We're into the pits now. And my team should be ready for me. No, they're not. Come on. Oh, I went too far. We're out of the pits now. Are we behind anyone? Oh, we're just behind Van Dorn. He's also in for intermediates. Oh, we've gone over the line. That's not very good. We've broken our rule there. Didn't get a penalty, which is good. Lock up straight away out the pits. We need to get the tyres to warm up a bit. Straight out the pits, and we just went straight on. Whoops. Braking for turn 1. We need to see where Hartley's coming out compared to us. He's out in front of us. Brendan Hartley's come out of the pits right in front of us. So we've lost a position. He's up to P16. And now we need to get it back. Hartley and Grosjean are going side by side. Never mind, they've put into single file once again down this back straight. No DRS this time, but Hartley's going for a move on Romain Grosjean down towards turn 3. We're just going to follow them through. Hopefully they crash into each other. A safety car would be great right now, but we haven't seen one yet. I don't know if there will be one this race. Hartley goes up the inside of Grosjean. We're very close to them. We could make it 3 wide, but that would just cause loads of danger through this slow corner here, turn 6. And we're actually going to make it 3 wide. We're going to dive up the inside of both of them. Hartley's trying to squeeze me here. never mind, I haven't made it through. Turn 7 though. We kind of cut the corner, go past Grosjean. We stayed in the limit, so we're trying to go past Hartley. And that was a bad idea. Through the castle section, I thought Hartley was going to hit the wall there, but he kept it under control. Coming down to start lap 9, we're a third into the race now. We're 2 seconds behind Hartley and about 3. Oh, Hartley stopped. Actually, Hartley has stopped. Gone round the outside of Brendan Hartley. I don't know what's going on there. What has happened there? What actually happened to Hartley there? I don't know. We're up into P15 now, and that is a big surprise. I don't know what happened. Yellow flags in sector 3. I don't know what's happened. Virtual safety car is out. Why is there not a proper safety car? Lance Stroll is out of the race. There should be a proper safety car. Why virtual? That's annoyed me. So as Lance Stroll was behind myself and Hartley in front of Marcus Ericsson behind, coming to start lap 10 of the Grand Prix. His engine just blew up on the straight. There you go, it just blows up and he has to pull over to the side of the track. Ericsson almost hits him. Almost a remake of the last Grand Prix, but Ericsson dodges him. Lance Stroll pulls over. He's unable to make it into the pits, so he just stops there. Nearly losing it there, and Hartley's all over the back of me. What is Hartley doing this lap? My teammate was in the pits this lap. What is Hartley doing? I don't know. Are there many people in the pits? Hartley's not coming into the pits. There are quite a lot of people in the pits this lap. Into turn 1. Gone a bit deep into turn 1, but through we go. There's somebody coming right next to it. It is Carlos Sainz. Sainz is out of the pits on some new intermediate tyres. So I don't know if Sainz has just lost himself time because it's going to be dry soon or what. What's my tyres on? My tyres on 52%. Nearly losing it there once again. We are coming into the pits at the end of this lap, and Hartley's going past me. We're in lean mix. We're in medium. We're coming into the pits now for a set of super soft tyres. My tyres now are on 66%, so they are nearly dead. As we're into the pits now, into our pit box. We're in and out in 2.9 seconds on lap 17 of the race. Nobody else has come into the pits, so this could possibly be a good choice here. DRS is now enabled. So what's the plan here? We're going to push as hard as we can on this outlap. As everyone else is in the pits. I think they're just coming out the pits themselves. We set our purple sector 3 down into turn 1. We go a bit deep. Who's just come out the pits? We're out ahead of Hartley. Sainz is up next, and hopefully we can catch up to him. Down the main straight, we have just set the fastest lap of the race into turn 1. We're 5.8 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. So we're nearly out of energy here, down towards turn 1. We've got an 8-second deficit to Gasly and a 3-second advantage over Hartley. Hartley's going to catch us up, I'm pretty sure, because we need to save energy. So this race hasn't been as exciting as Bahrain and China, but it's been okay due to the mixed conditions. But we haven't had much battles, which is the problem. So we've got yellow flags here. I don't know if there's somebody slow on the minimap. That is Lewis Hamilton is slow on the minimap. He's got a puncture, does Lewis Hamilton. He nearly hit Hartley there on the straight. Lewis Hamilton has a puncture. And we are up into P13, but Hartley's right behind me now. I had to go on non-deployment there to save some energy, but it seems Hartley is pushing. Esteban's out. Esteban's out of the race. With 1 lap to go, Esteban Ocon is out. What has happened to my teammate? He's pulled over at the side of turn 2. And it looks like it's a mechanical failure for Esteban Ocon. It is a mechanical failure for Esteban. That is so disappointing. But it means we're promoted up to P12. And we get more rival points ahead of him. But anyway, that is sad. He was going to score some points, I'm pretty sure. But we'll have to hope that 2 people retire, which looks unlikely. We look to be coming home in P12 from P17. A good race here today as Kimi Raikkonen wins the race here. 2 races in a row for Kimi Raikkonen, and that is great for the Finnish driver. He might be top of the standings now. Brendan Hartley is on my rear as we come towards the line to finish the Grand Prix. We nearly lose it on that fast right, and Hartley is going to be closing in. He's got DRS as well. I am pretty sure he's not activated it now. But as we come towards the line, we finish round 4 of the season, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in P12. It was an okay race in the end, but it's not what we wanted.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.
So Kimi Raikkonen wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of Anthony Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. Ourselves, it was not a good race for us as we finished P12. The whole weekend was not good for us, to be honest. Just getting used to the track, and we got used to it too late, it seems. Charles Leclerc gets points for Sauber, Alonso gets points for McLaren, and Renault got a good batch of points there. Lance Stroll and Esteban Ocon retired from the race, but Grosjean was a lap down, so he is classified in 19th. Lewis Hamilton finishes in P17, 3 seconds behind Sorokin, and that is that. Sebastian Vettel keeps his lead of the driver's standings ahead of Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas. The top 6 stay the same as Hulkenberg and Magnussen jump me as we fall down into 9th place on 18 points. Ocon didn't get a point, he was running in the points, but he still got 3 points. Leclerc moves up with getting points, and so does Fernando Alonso. The constructors' standings in Ferrari keep their lead ahead of Mercedes and Red Bull. Renault and Haas jump us as we fall down the order once again with that poor result. Sauber move up to 8th with these 2 points from Leclerc, and the only team yet to score is Williams. So going into Spain, we have 3,500 resource points. We better get spending on that. So we need to see some durability. We're going to develop this general wear. Increases durability of all power unit components as well as the gearbox by 10%. So we need that. That should be here by Spain, so that's great. So we're going to develop the rear wing upper flap for 1,000 resource points. We're going to develop it now, and that should be it. So we've got 2 upgrades. I didn't see when that one should be here for. Let's see. The aerodynamic one should be here for Canada, and the durability one should be here for Spain. So that's good. Nice wee progress going on here. And then looking at the vehicle management, you can see the ICE is already at 14%. So that is not good at all, whereas the other ones are 37, 52, 32, 44 and 36. So the ICE needs durability upgrades. The gearbox, practice gearbox is looking fine, and the event gearbox is looking quite worn. 58% wear, so we might need to change that. So that's this weekend done. We got a good finish position compared to where we started. I was struggling the whole weekend in the race. I found my feet, but it was too late in the end. We're going to go into the next weekend, which should be in Catalonia. So the new parts have arrived in the car. That's great to know for the next episode. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching round 4 of the season. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more of this career mode content. Let me know down in the comments below how I can improve this series, just commentary wise or editing wise, you know. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time in Spain.